He is a versatile footballer, can play both as a central defender and as a right back. He is a World Cup finalist and he is wanted by Manchester United. Subscribe to the hotspot and let's get proper into this conversation where we talk about Manchester United's transfer, the speculations, and the players who are coming closer. Now, my name is Webb, and again, I told you just a few days ago how Manchester United were closing in on signing one of the players who could be their first signings in this summer. That is Kim Min-jae, the defender from Napoli. It is reported, and I think rightly so, that he said his goodbyes to Napoli players, and sooner rather than later, he will be joining the Red Devils for about £45 million. Now, United, like I told you, were not only monitoring one defender, that is Kim Min-jae. They were also monitoring defenders from France. Now, before we had not come up with concrete names of who they were looking at, but here I am to give it to you that this man, Disasi, Axel Disasi, is one player who Manchester United have been monitoring. He plies his trade with Monaco, where he plays as a central defender and as a right back. He's an industrious and versatile player, powerful footballer he is, and indeed he can match the Premier League. If you did watch the World Cup where France reached the final, he did actually play 3 games in that, including the final itself. He had some minutes in the final, so he is an experienced player who is looked at as a potential player who can come in and join the team there, replacing Harry Maguire, who is expected to be leaving the club, most likely joining Tottenham Hotspur, but also Victor Lindelof and his future at Man United are unclear. So there is talk that he might leave as well. There are discussions to see whether they keep him around or let go of him. But also as well, Man United have got issues when it comes to their central defense because Lisandro Martinez is injury prone. So is Rafael Varane. So even if they brought in Kim Min-jae, and that's why I think this man might not be a plan B. He actually might be added on to Kim Min-jae, and they signed 2 central defenders. Remember, Erik ten Hag says he wants to sign about 7 players, including a right back and a central defender, of course, a goalkeeper, a striker, and a midfielder. So he's been meaning business. So, and if you look at the prices, 45 million for Kim Min-jae, the South Korean, and about 34 million pounds is how this man, that is Axel Disasi, is rated. You feel that's not too much. If United, I think, settle their ownership issues and get the money, you certainly believe they can spend on those 2 players. They will both be within their reach, and they will be impeccable additions to Erik ten Hag's side. So that's what Man United is looking at right now. And that defender, Axel Disasi, is quite good. Like I said, he's a powerful defender. He does score some goals as well. He did start for Monaco nearly in all games in the past season in the French League One, scoring some 3 goals and assisting 3 in 38 games he played. So he's again a player who contributes some bit of goals going forward. For a defender to score 3 in a season and assist 3 times, that shows you that he has got some attributes going forward, and that's exactly what Erik ten Hag will want from his defenders. So it is one of those imminent deals that could be happening. The 2 clubs have not yet started talking at all, but reports from France suggest strongly that the player is linked to a move to Manchester United. But the clubs have not yet officially spoken. They have not officially spoken to the player, but it is a question of when, not if, he is going to go on and talk to the club, because United, like I said, do want to sort all departments in this team. The only disquiet for me that I think, whereas I would be excited about the news of Man United signing, Disasi and Kim Min-jae and all the other players they're looking at signing, I think for me the only disquiet would be about the frequency or the number of players they do sign in one summer. I think you don't want to sign so many players in one summer. And I spoke about it. It disorganizes what you're building. It's like you're going back to a restart. If you bring in so many players, it's like you're trying to restart. So for me, I think that there would be sort of a problem with that. And United doesn't want to put themselves in that position at all. That's for me what I do think. But you can give me your opinion as well. You can, slide into the comment section and let me know whether you think this man could be a good addition for Manchester United. Do you feel that the French international, who by the way only played at the World Cup, replacing Chipembe, who was forced out of the tournament, so he came in as a late call-up, replacing the youngster that Presnel Chimpembe, but he went on to get his minutes. So winning, rather playing 3 games at the World Cup is something big, and him joining that defense, I think, would add some bit of needed experience in the team, in this Manchester United team, full of a couple of players, of course, some experienced, but some not so experienced. So he has told his colleagues and journalists in France that he would love to play for Manchester United. Suddenly, there are so many clubs that have been interested in him from all over Europe, but it seems he's interested in joining the Red Devils. Of course, the only issues now, again, for such a player, and I think the uncertainty going on with the ownership of the club would also affect the players as well. You feel uh, if a player like him, who is wanted by so many clubs, does see things moving at tortoise pace, you probably think they might change their minds and make a decision. No player would want to go into that uncertainty unless it's a desperate move. But whereas Man United is a big club, you feel you need a certain level of confidence as a player. So if there are clubs competing for you, and that's the case with Caicedo, with who it is said United are now linked to, wanted by Arsenal and Chelsea. Seeing the situation surrounding Man United, if you're a player who has options of other good clubs that want you, you might think twice because of the uncertainty surrounding the ownership of the club. And for me, that's why it's a big, big, big issue that Man United has got to solve when it comes to their ownership. They have got to sort it as early as yesterday. It's now coming to 6 days to the transfer window. That's starting on the 14th of this month of June. I feel they have got to sort this ownership issue before the transfer window opens. Otherwise, we are going to miss out on such players of course, the young man, Kim Minje, the defender, who could miss out on, this young man. Players will not want to fall into this uncertainty unless they don't have options. For example, Kim Minje, one of the best defenders, central defenders in the world right now. Not so many clubs have spoken about him because I don't think there are so many clubs who are that are looking at buying central defenders, but he's not a desperate player. I don't think he's desperate to move to Manchester United, even if they are willing to meet his buyout clause. So again, if this uncertainty surrounding the ownership goes on, even a player like Kim Minje, with whom we are in advanced stages, could actually pull out. So it's a very tight scenario, I think, for Eric Ten Hag, but Manchester United have got to sort it as early as yesterday. Thank you. Subscribe to the Hotspot and let's keep talking sport. My name is Webb.